Andrew, you killed this shit. Andrew, you killed this shit.
Welcome everybody to In the Four Corners of Wrestling podcast, where we get busy. Talking about sports entertainment, wrestling, or wrestling. Not Ted Turner said.
No longer sports entertainment.
Just wrestling, straight wrestling, or wrestling. Not Ted Turner. Ted Turner say wrestling. You know, giving you our reviews while entertaining y'all. We want to thank you once again for joining us wherever you may be listening or viewing us on YouTube, on the 613 Faye Productions Network. I think we about at 200 subscribers, y'all. So go ahead and join us. You know what I mean? Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Like I said, we thank you. And before we get started, go ahead, hit that like, share, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you know when the next podcast is dropping. Hey, also, we'd love to hear from you. Leave your comments. Join our Facebook group, In the Four Corners of Wrestling. We got about 200 members there. Like I said before, we're trying to get 2 million. You know what I mean? Y'all Four Corner boys. Jay Will, he back with us, got his doctor's note. He got his doctor's note, y'all. So Jay Will's back. He's cleared. Quabo's pen. We've been having interviews. Tony Tone, appreciate your application, baby. You know, so we got the interview lined up. I know Hollywood got some interview, though. He's doing one right now. My man. You know what I mean? How you feeling, Jay Will? You all right?
Bro, I'm good, bro. It's feeling great, bro. Feeling great.
Cool. Glad to see you back. Go ahead and tell the folks, man, you was out with COVID last week, right?
Damn, you just gonna put me out there.
Yeah, I got to, man. Ain't nothing to play with, man.
Hey, I'm not gonna say here and lie to the people. It's crazy, bro. Tested positive. Last week, 2 weeks ago. Feeling good now. It's good to be back. I didn't get fired. Just to let y'all know, I didn't get fired. But it's good to be. Seriously, it's good to be back. I've been waiting to talk wrestling, bro.
My man. You know, hey, look, here at 613, you know, you run out of that leave, man. You got to show with doctor's notes, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't play around here, man. You know, so we about to be on the stock market. You know, so we about to go public. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're about to get the millions. You know what I mean? We almost thought we was gonna have no AEW YouTuber going. You know what I'm saying? But he's back. Glad to have you back, brother. You know what I'm saying? Glad to see you. We love you. Hollywood, how's it going over there with them interviews for Quabo position, man?
I don't know why Jay will talk so fast. Like he makes the decision if he gets fired or not. I mean, we just were so good last week, Marshall. We didn't want to. We just didn't want to do it again together. Because we knew that the fans would have been raving for us, like, "Soul Man, Hollywood, Soul Man, Hollywood, Soul Man, Hollywood." That's what they would have been. Like they wouldn't have wanted y'all to come back if we would have did 2 weeks. They'd have been like, "Oh, the show is so much greater without Jay Wood and Jose." So that's kind of why we brought you back this week. This is a trial. You're here on a trial. You want to see if this works.
Let me watch what I say this week.
Oh yeah, because you on the fence. Because you said the last time they heard you, you said some wild stuff, and you and Quavo said some wild stuff. You guys make my blood pressure go high every time.
He was way worse than me though. Let's not do that.
Both of y'all were pretty bad, man.
Big Foley.
Oh wait, hold up, time out. Are we not going to forget what he said that Brock and Roman have had the exact same match, the exact same trilogy? Like, come on now, let's not pretend like he didn't say that nonsense.
Yeah, but you've been saying Montez Ford is a WWE champion, and
it's a matter. It's a matter of time. I'm putting positivity up there for my man.
United States champion.
All right. We could. Let's bring back that Colin stuff. We can make a bet for a McChicken and a sweet tea at McDonald's, and we can say that I put money on it today. As we're recording, that at one point Montez Ford will become WWE champion.
Historically, I'd be right most of the time on this show.
The key word there was most. The key phrase there was most.
You've never been right over me. So therefore, if you want to go there, listen, we haven't even started the show yet, but you already talking. It's okay. Listen, Mark.
I'm just saying. You remember,
Soul Man, you hear it? Soul Man, Hollywood. You hear it? You hear it, right? I'm starting to hear it. You know, my head might have got bigger because, you know what I'm saying, the Raven views that we had for the show were just us two. They was hating. Probably Quabo and Jay was like, man, they can't do it without us. We'll do it. Damn it. You better hope that this joint don't become the most viewed one. Boy. Oh, man. Pastor, y'all takes every week. Coming in talking that hogwash.
Oh, man.
I find new ways to curse now. Hogwash.
Gotta curb the demonetization on YouTube.
Listen. Listen, man.
Got to. I love it. All right, y'all. Y'all know what we do here. We talk wrestling. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. So we're going to continue. We're going to follow up from last week. You know, we was talking about, Vince and the post-Vince era. And so continuing on with that, I do believe, let me drink some water right quick. Let me quench my thirst right quick. I do believe, Hollywood, that I asked you last week, who do you think was going to be returning?
I told you, everybody.
And lo and behold, we get Hit Row with a clean slate. Oh my goodness. Hey, Top Dollar, you can tell Top Dollar was like hype. He's like, what? We back, clean slate. You know, even Matt Hardy over at AEW had to speak on it. You know what I mean? Like, on his podcast, because he can't talk about it around Tony, because Tony gonna kirk off, you know what I mean? So on his podcast, he was like, it's a big deal, game changer. It opens the door for many people to go back. There are so many people that can go back because they have a better relationship with Triple H than they did with Vince. And here we have the perfect example, Hit Row. Hollywood, speak on it, man.
Oracle. Everybody going back that can get back. I'm trying to tell you. All the people they laid off, those Triple H friends, peoples. Most of the people got laid off when we started hearing about Triple H having health problems.
Yeah.
So we already know those weren't Vince's people.
Mm-hmm.
But Triple H was like, listen, man, I got y'all. So when I get in charge, I got y'all.
Yeah, because he damn sure said he'd been talking to him the whole time.
Some people couldn't wait for Vince to go. They didn't know what was going to happen. Some people probably might have had some inside knowledge. That's why they didn't sign nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
95% of the people that left are trying to get back. If they sign somewhere else or not.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to really think of a way to get back because Triple H is in charge. Vince, like I said, should have been gone, really. But it's Vince. We can tell Vince as fans when it was time for him to leave. He gave us so much, wrestling over the years that entertained us. We appreciated Vince. We should have been told Vince to roll up. But we didn't. Now we get the Triple H era, and it's like everything is just different automatically. There's still some stuff they got to work on because there's still some stuff that his fingerprints were on before he left. They got to clean some things up. But even the Judgment Day is back to being kind of entertaining. So I told y'all, man, most successful wrestler of all time. I've been saying it for a long time. Triple H, man, you gotta get that man his props, dog. Like I knew everybody, most wrestling fans knew once he got the keys to the castle, what he was gonna do with it. Look at the numbers.
Okay, definitely
They're
went up.
touching 2 mil every week on Monday Night Raw. They weren't doing that, you know what I'm saying, since the pandemic started.
Mm-hmm. Stocks
Yeah.
have gone up. Stocks have continuously gone up.
NXT numbers went up from yesterday, from the NXT heat wave. Everything in WWE their numbers have been going up because the product is getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Even this is how bad it was with Vince. Even with competition with AEW, Vince was still giving us crap every week. He didn't care no more. It wasn't that he didn't care no more. It was that he didn't care to know what was new.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted his way. He's been, you know what I'm saying? He didn't care. So, I mean, Triple H, man, listen, man. There's a lot of people trying to get back now. There's a lot of people calling them. There's people at AEW snitching.
Dropping dimes.
Dropping dimes. Yeah, Triple H called me. Okay. I hope you think that's going to get you some more money from AEW. But, man, everybody trying to get back now, man. It's going to be I think WWE is going to be back to being a fun place to work. People are going to get their ideas heard. You might not get them used, but you're going to get them heard. We already hearing that Triple H is talking to a lot of the talent, you know. So it's going to be a fun time at WWE. For the next 2 years, if you weren't a wrestling fan and you liked wrestling before, you should start watching it again because it's getting back cool. They're doing some cool stuff. Like it ain't just wrestling that's been for like the last 15 years when Pampas just go out in the ring and talk, or you see somebody backstage talk. Nah, stuff is happening. You got to pay attention to every little detail. Like one week, it was really a car accident that happened. It wasn't one of them fake scripted. It was really a car accident.
And the following, we had a trash can on fire. So you never know. And you know what? Credit to our fans. Those of you, we thank y'all because I've had a lot of fans hit me, you know what I'm saying, and be like, you know, because of you guys, I've started watching wrestling again. And Hollywood, I know you've had your fans tell you that, and Jay, well, I'm sure you had your fans tell you the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because of you guys, you know, we started watching wrestling. So, hey, continue to watch us, and we're going to trip out on this stuff together. Jay, Will, what you think about everything that's going on with the post-Vince era?
We got to really take a good look at this because nothing Mike said is wrong. Let's look at last week. As today as we're recording, if you look at the SmackDown episode from last Friday, today, what's that? It was the 5th, so the 12th. And you look at August 12th recording of SmackDown or the showing of SmackDown. The headlining match was not an Uso. It wasn't bloodline related. It was literally Shinsuke Nakamura and Gunther. The IC title was the main event match of the night. When's the last time you've seen the IC title as a main event match on SmackDown?
Probably like back before SmackDown was SmackDown.
Seriously, and this is and this is the craziest thing about it. That match was legit the best match of the night.
Legit, and Shin should have won.
Bro, to be honest with you, no, I think that
Shin should have won. It was a great match.
I think Gunther. We have to establish Gunther as a credible champion because he's legit earned it, and to me, he's putting out great work. And we, at this point, Triple H is reestablishing the IC title as a credible title. No disrespect to Shinsuke, but when Shinsuke was the IC champion, how many matches did he really have where he defended that title? We saw Rick Boogs wrestling the entire time, like fighting in his stead. We never really saw him. We saw him win the title, then for maybe one or two defenses, and then he lost it.
But he was hurt, though. He was hurt.
But, right, yeah. But like even before then, though, I think was it Big E and then no, it was Big E and then no, Big E got it off of our man that he went back to NXT, the black guy, Apollo Crews. Like we're reestablishing the validity of that belt. We're making it credible belt again. It speaks volumes that SmackDown was main evented by not the Usos, not the biggest draws in the company right now, but literally by the IC title belt holder. That's crazy to think about. Triple H is doing an amazing job. It's hard to fight against facts. Like, it's literally happening in front of us. Where you put the biggest names in the company right now are the Bloodline. You put them in a great spot, but then you still give them credibility to other people. That's how you book. That's how you make the show credible. Raw is genuinely entertaining on Mondays now. Granted, yes, we still face the issue of it being 3 hours, but it was still a good show. It's not even a question of if it's good. When you have former wrestlers who, full disclosure, I'll go ahead and say it. I listened to Kevin Nash's podcast. Shout out to him. If you listen to his podcast when he first started it to now, the most recent episode, he literally has said how the show has gotten better. He said these are problems with it weeks ago when it first started, and now his tone has changed. He's like, for the third week in a row since Vince has been out, he hasn't said since Vince has been out, he says Raw has gotten better. That speaks volumes when a former wrestler who says he doesn't really like the product, he'd rather watch the NBA, he'd rather watch the NFL, says, I'm tuning back in for Raw now. That speaks volumes that it's doing good work.
So you watch Kevin Nash's podcast, but you don't watch ours?
First of all, I don't watch it. I listen to it. It airs right in the morning when I'm getting ready for work. Just
so ours.
Oh, does it?
Yes, it does. It premieres on Sunday mornings at 6. It's 8 a.m. on what you call it. So I always kind of like
on Sunday morning. I'm usually sleeping in on Sundays.
For our faithful fans, a little secret for the audio. I put it on there to air at 7:45 because sometimes the DSPs they delay, so you can get it as early as 7:45 sometimes.
I'll be asleep.
See, you be listening to Kevin. You don't even listen to us. That's why you're not that.
I'm on the episode.
Go ahead, Marshall, because that's why he's not that good on the show. Because he doesn't.
don't treat me like Rell or Quabo.
Oh.
There we go. Bazinga. So for those that didn't know what I did right there, okay, I watch as a fan. I love watching as a fan. So when I said Shinsuke should have won, that's where Jay Will took over, and Jay Will explained why Shin didn't win and everything was going on. Good job, Jay Will. Love it. All right, so moving on. Talking about returns. Your boy Miro. Everybody's like, Miro going back? Is Miro going back?
He trying to get back.
Miro said he ain't want to go back because of the schedule.
He said that now until they offer him the money.
You think so? How long you think he holding out for?
Listen, once he figure out how much he can make off some Miro Rusev Day shirts.
Rusev Day. Rusev. How you go? Rusev.
Moscow. That man, listen, I keep telling you, everybody back, bro. Except Punk. Punk is the only one that ain't going back.
He's the only
one that's not gonna go back because literally, that's what he said. The only thing that didn't happen was Vince didn't die, but he said that when Vince is gone, it's gonna be his doofus daughter and his
goofy son-in-law.
And that's what's happening. So the best chance of him coming back was Vince.
He definitely, Triple H definitely signed.
Triple H is not like Vince in that sense. Like Triple H, yeah, Vince is like Hogan snitched on him in court. No, whatever. Ultimate Warrior sued him for millions of dollars and all type of whatever. Bring him back home. Stone Cold walked out on him. Bring him back home. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like Vince is, if it's best for business, it's best for business. Right. Triple H like, look here, cuz you said some stuff that, listen, Nah, you went a little bit too far, bro.
I can't let that slide.
I run this right now. You can stay where you at.
No,
Fame? You want to get in the Hall of Fame? You should have waited. You should have told us that when Vince was here.
No, it's crazy to think about. If you like, Vince was definitely going to be the one to bring somebody back to, like you said,
Triple
Warriors.
H was too. Triple H was too. Like Triple H was the one that brought Bruno back.
Yeah,
and he was the one that brought Warrior back.
Yeah,
but he didn't have the problems with them. If he got a problem with you, that's the difference with the thing with Vince.
Yeah,
Vince, if you had a problem with Vince or you did Vince wrong, long as somebody middleman y'all talking, Vince was going to cave in and do his best for business.
Yeah.
If you did Triple H wrong, I guarantee you, we ain't going to see no shoot interviews dissing Triple H for the next 5 years. Watch what I tell you.
You're going to clear the internet with them junks.
I'm talking about the old Bammers too.
Yeah.
Them old Bammers that need some work. Why do you think Ric Flair back on the Triple H train?
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Hey, what about Rock? Is Rock coming back?
Everyone is coming back, bro.
All right.
Stone Cold might wrestle another match now.
Oh, shit.
Vince is gone, bro. So therefore,
it's a whole new day. It's a whole new day. It's a whole new way.
Here's one of the smallest details about Vince being gone.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that a wrestler tried to explain to Vince that they couldn't fully get over to them because they're a wrestler saying it to him, Vince is not a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
He's a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
So he might not understand what the wrestler was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H, on the other hand, is a businessman as well.
However,
wrestler first.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So that same concept that Vince didn't understand,
he gets it.
He gets it, but it still might be a bad idea. But here's how we can make it work.
Boom.
Yeah,
this was just shooting it down.
Mm-hmm.
It like to your point, if you think about, he's seen both sides of the perspective. That's what makes the major difference. When you only focused on the business, the dollar sign of it, but now like Triple H is seeing how this doesn't make sense. Let's not do that, but let's try this, and then let's see where this goes with it. Right? It's smart. It's literally just smart. Like, think about both sides of the equation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you never really heard people talk bad about Triple H. When they talked about the Clique, they talked about the rest of them. They used to
Everybody
make
else
about Triple H, like he used to carry Triple H's bag. I mean, HBK's bags. Well, I did hear.
Right. The only things you heard about negative I've heard or read was like negatives about Sean or Nash or Pac. You know what I'm saying? Never heard anything bad about Triple H. Even when he dealt with China, you didn't like that was only, I guess, the only slight I heard about Triple H was he was dealing with China and he was messing around with Stephanie behind China back. That's like the only thing that I heard. But hey, that's that's water all up on the bridge now. You know what I mean?
Nah,
like,
he did. He was kind of hating on The Rock too.
At one point, yeah, I do remember at one point, Rock even talked about it on his show too.
That's why he sliced him on the show. That's why I asked, does Rock come back? Because he gave him that little slight on Rock.
He did that to show where their relationship has grown to.
Yeah.
They're super friends now. They're friends for real now.
I would like to hang out with Paul. I think he's like a fun dude to hang out with. You know
Listen, man, the man is the game. Right. He told us to say suck it. You know what I'm saying? The man has been in our lives for at least 25 years, and he's provided us with a lot of. Triple H always never the man, but he always was fighting the man.
Yeah.
Like he was the one that was setting up Rock and Stone Cold.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, or Undertaker versus this person. It was him that was setting that up. He always was around. And he was the champion plenty of times. We know that. But even with John Cena, he was the one kind of passing the torch with John Cena. Like he always has been around and consistent. And yeah, man, that's dope that, you know what I'm saying, we get to see him do this role because everybody knew it was coming. We didn't know when it was going to come, and it sucks that it happened so abruptly. But he so far he's killing it.
Mm-hmm. This is true. All right, so I'm gonna switch some things around, keeping with the comebacks. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, everybody's coming out the woodworks now, man. Everybody, y'all. I'm talking about Paige. Faye says she feels fantastic. Brandy Rose.
Didn't
That's
I tell
right.
you everybody? You keep naming people. I keep saying everybody.
Wait, hold up. Cody Rose. I never would have thought that Brandy will be back in the ring this soon. Brandy was in a live house event at the Performance Center. We already know about Bray coming back, so you called that one. We know about Bray coming back. Look, RVD said, hey, I'm in good shape. What's up? I'm good to go with a comeback. You know what I'm
saying? Bruh, if rumors are true and we get RVD and Riddle together as a team.
Oh my God.
They already got 420 shirts, dog.
Right.
They don't care, dog.
No,
they already promoted RVD's rolling papers together.
Because the NBA is going to definitely have games on 4.
Now that's why
they're going to start promoting that shit. Watch what I tell you. The NBA is going to, and this is a wrestling show, but hear what I'm telling y'all. The NBA, at some point, if it ain't this year, within the next 4 to 5 years, the NBA is going to have games on 420, and they're going to promote that shit like 420. Something with 420. Watch what I tell you. WWE's already ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
420 shirts for this man.
All right, we seeing them.
Go ahead,
we
get
seen
hot,
them in the AEW crowd, baby. That's what I love. I seen a couple last week in the AEW crowd. And I think they made one guy move. It was 2 guys sitting together with the black with the lime green.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I was like, you don't see no AEW shirts on WWE.
Not anymore.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
not anymore. But well, here in fairness, if WWE does a way better job with their security, you're not getting in the joint with the AEW. And if you do, they're telling you to reverse that joint. Like, it's been reports that they have told people either take that joint off or go home.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Or turn it inside out.
Buy one of our shirts.
No. They've offered to give people their shirts, and people are like, yeah, man. So
in fairness, I'm not mad at it, because think about college basketball games, think about NBA, NFL, where the camera's going to be. They don't want to see. If you're at a Wizards game, you're not going to see a visiting team jersey where the camera is going to normally be.
Yes, you will.
Yes, you will.
How often?
All the time.
A lot, if not every game.
Especially since you said the Wizards.
Right.
Everybody be wearing other team jerseys against the Wizards.
You know what area we live in, bro? I went to a football game. It was a heckler right in our section, bro. Like, you know us, we lose.
Yeah, he's tripping. He forgets wherever we live in. Like, for those
that don't know, we are in the DMV, so we have all the Washington teams.
Yeah.
Right
here. So we live near the famous worst, matter of fact, the worst stadium ever, FedEx Field. You know,
man,
the sewer stuff falls on the people.
Falls on you.
Everything breaks and stuff like that. He's talking about teams not wearing the other teams on the camera. If you watch a Washington team football game, have one game. I watch Sports Center. I don't watch
an Eagles game, a Cowboys game, a Giants game.
No, it was one game. I think it was this year. It was on Sports Center. 60% of the crowd was the other team.
It was a division game? Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Eagles. Don't let it be a Cowboy game. And you know how them Cowboy fans are. Lord have mercy.
See, when you go to sporting events, they don't care as long as you're not wearing something obscene. Because I've watched basketball games and I've watched basketball. It could be the Bulls versus the Hornets, and somebody got on a Knicks jersey,
Suns jersey, or something.
Yeah, somebody got on a random other team jersey. I didn't even playing. The NBA don't care.
Yeah.
Vince,
you ain't have something
on
like
Vince TV. You're not about to be on Vince TV with another company. Hell no.
Look,
college games is what I'm saying. Is makes sense.
College the same way. Yeah. You just won't be stupid to go to a college game with and sit in the student section with another team. You
can get popcorn thrown on you.
You asking for them to do that. That's different. That has nothing to do with the TV, Jay Will. Trust me. The TV people not saying, don't let him sit there. The TV people actually want him to sit there.
Right. You're going to be seen every time they go to commercial.
If you go to a Duke game and the Duke got the little section with all the dudes be doing all that stuff, they be getting amping the crowd, and you buy a ticket in their section and you not from their school, something going to happen to you. That's why they probably don't let that happen.
It's gonna be like you at a Philadelphia Eagles game. I think that's like the only stadium that you cannot.
Oh no, yeah, Philly's the only
cannot
stadium.
wear another team.
You can't loaf in Philly. Yeah,
nah,
that's it.
Dog, I heard. I don't know if it's true, but Philly fans are terrible. I heard they had a dude like this was Redskins, Washington. It's in the wheelchair, and they was gonna push my man down the stairs if he didn't take his jersey off.
Bro, they tried to beat up Clinton Porter's mother.
They poured beer on her.
Yeah. She ain't
playing. They don't play out there.
Right.
No,
I'm not going to a Philly game. What?
No, Philly sports fans are wild, bro.
WrestleMania 39. I'm not trying to go to 40 in Philly. Philly right up the street.
We gotta go pack it, bro. We gotta take some heat of that, Joe.
Listen, Philly is closer to us. We would save a lot of money if we went to WrestleMania 40 instead of 39.
I know a lot of people talk about going too.
That's why I'm not trying to go. First of all, I'm not trying to go with a lot of people I know. And I'm not trying to go to Philly to go to WrestleMania.
Oh,
boy,
man.
let the Rock and Roman fight at WrestleMania 40 or something like that, and somebody fluke lose. Man, they gonna tear Philly up.
No,
that's why they ain't been back for 30 years. They had to brace themselves to get back there.
It's gonna be worse than Chicago. Chicago a tough wrestling town. Chicago a tough town.
Yeah, but Chicago is a tough town as far as booing and stuff. They don't really be beating you up and throwing.
That's why I said Philly. Yeah,
Philly they gonna throw level.
Philly throws hands. They throw dog. It's a war zone.
We got to hire
Santa Claus.
That's why I said we got to hire security. Yeah. And I ain't talking about top flight security either, nigga.
Right.
Nah.
Mike, yo, you ain't lying. They beat up Santa Claus. That was wild. That was a wild year. They beat up Santa Claus every year in Philly.
Yeah, they don't play. They don't play.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
They do not play.
Next topic, man. What's the next topic, man?
Yeah, but I wanted to add before we got sidetracked. Trish Stratus.
See,
also making a return.
I told you,
Bailey shining out though. Bailey, Bailey made her come back. Bailey, like, hold on, old timer.
Listen,
so that beef has already been set up.
The name of this episode is Everybody.
Yo, try to tell you.
Yeah.
Is there? Here's a thought. And I want y'all thoughts on this. So Andrade liked to tweet on not being booked properly. Something like the same thing that Mero did. Mero, he didn't approve of the way that he was being booked properly. So Andrade, he liked to tweet the Spicy Cakes 84. So shout out to Spicy Cakes 84 for tweeting at Tony Khan. So you signed Mero to AEW away from rival organization just to have him do exactly what? Didn't think I missed a day would come that I miss Rusev, #Rusev Day. He's been used worse with y'all than he was in WWE. Same goes with Andrade. Jay Will, let's start with you, man. What's your thoughts on that? You think Andrade's being used improperly over AEW? What do you think needs to happen with Andrade?
So, I've said before that TK has a very difficult problem with booking. We have had conversations privately in chats where we said people have been given titles and no one knows or cares about them having it. Poor booking is a problem, period. We now have a trios title belts. Question for you. How long ago did Swerve and Keith Lee win the tag titles? Cool. If I remember correctly.
Hey, if y'all know in the comment section, if y'all know out there watching, put in the comment section for Jay Will gives the answer.
I believe I have the answer. If I may be wrong, I believe it was around July 13th. They just had their first title defense over a week ago. Why are they now just having it? But Moxley has
Where
been.
Was it on? Was that on AEW?
It was on. I believe it was on Rampage. I think it was on Rampage. I could be wrong. I might be wrong.
It was televised then.
So it was televised. Yeah, they haven't been on in a tag team. They haven't been on Dark in a while. But why are we just having this first tag team defense in over a month? But yet we had Moxley has defended the championship 5 times since he won it at Forbidden Door, which was a lesser amount of time. It doesn't make sense that booking it right now. It hasn't made sense for a while. So like Andrade not being booked properly, that is not a surprise. That's not a surprise to me. That's like previously mentioned, the tag team champions were being put on dark to wrestle against people that have had their first match or their second or third match in AEW on not even televised. Why are but then we suddenly want to put a tag title on them? That's not really, really good booking if you're trying to establish them as a credible champion. You would have them on their main shows consistently to book them in a way that that they're great. That's poor booking, and it's a universal trend across the board.
Hollywood.
Okay, so was the question about Keith Lee and Swerve, or was it about Andrade?
Andrade. But my point was that booking across the board ain't right.
I'm messing with you, man. I'm just messing with you, dog. I mean, to what Jay Will said, he's right though. Even though I mess with him, he's right. The booking. I mean, well, okay, so technically it isn't the booking, and I don't want to say to make it sound like I'm saying Jay Will is wrong. He is right about their booking problem, but that isn't the problem with this situation. The problem is he signed all these WWE dudes in spite of WWE.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't sign them to book them to make them stars. He signed them to spite WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So now you just got a whole bunch of dudes. And you can't alienate your originals because you just lost Cody. I keep telling people Cody Rhodes leaving them is going to be remembered in wrestling history 30 years from now. They're going to be talking about that day. Just like when Scott Hall went to WCW, how they talk about that. But we talk about that because it was made into a storyline. This is different. This is business and it's personal as well. Cody Rhodes was the guy that started pretty much this revolution against WWE.
Facts.
He was the one that probably you was talking to the most about AEW from the beginning.
Facts.
And you let him walk. There's no sense of loyalty to keep him there. Y'all started this war against WWE together, and you let him walk back there.
First episode
was what? He's the one dude that you're supposed to give whatever he asked for to make him stay.
Mm-hmm.
Once you open that door and you let him go, now everybody that was there know they expendable. So now they know it's just business. Because see, when it first came together, it was, yeah, this family's like a family vibe. Everybody's so positive.
Go team, go.
Go team, go. Yeah, everyone's rooting for each other. Doesn't matter if you're a heel or you're a good guy. Yeah.
We're going to go buy wins. We're going to go buy records.
Yeah, you know. And then you do this. Cody goes now. And now you got all these ex-WWE guys. You can name them. Moxley, Daniel Bryan, even though Moxley's an AEW original. But Moxley, Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, Adam Cole,
Claudio,
Miro,
Christian,
Pac,
Ruby Soho, Pac. I ran out of fingers. Jay Will, take over.
Pac don't count because Pac's the AEW original, so I'm not counting him.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Malachi
Black, Swerve, Keith Lee, Tony Nese,
Ember Moon.
Yeah. I mean, we could keep going, bro. And he
Andrade.
Andrade.
Jack Swagger.
17.
Who?
That's 17 right there. That's 17 right there.
That Jack Swagger?
Yeah.
Nah, he's an AEW original too.
AEW, okay. So we're not counting him with Jericho.
But either
they are.
Huh?
Mark Henry.
Big Show. Yeah.
Can't say Arn Anderson.
He's an original too.
Yeah, Dustin Rhodes, he's an original.
But it's still, that's still
how many? 20 people.
Yeah, so you hired all the people from the family standpoint of it. You can't put all these WWE people over all these AEW people from the family standpoint of it, especially now because of what you did with Cody.
Mhm.
But from the business perspective of it, same thing. You're gonna start hearing people complain. So we'll see. And it's the Vince effect.
Oh, Brody Lee. Forgot about Brody.
Yeah, Brody, yeah. I was gonna,
R.I.P. to Brody.
yeah. Rest in peace to Brody.
I just wanted to give a shout out to Brody, bro. I just want to give a shout out.
Nah,
We ain't shout out Brody in a minute.
I kind of consider him an AEW original, even though he's not. He's one of the ones that helped put AEW on the map.
Yeah.
So I kind of give him that. Like he's one of the first ones to me. But either way, it's a lot of people that came from WWE that's in that company.
Yeah. And even if we don't, let's say we don't count the originals, that number still
those people
goes
besides CM Punk have a problem with.
Yeah, so we ain't CM Punk, Daniel Bryan.
No, I'm saying other than CM Punk, none of the people that we named had a problem with Triple H.
Oh, right. True. Like DB, he would love to go back. I mean,
all of them,
I was he would love to go back, but he's open to come back.
That's why when I say everybody, I'm telling you, within the next 2 to 3 years, you're gonna see people in WWE. You like, damn, Papa Shango gonna come back.
Won't you come? Won't you come and join? I know we've been talking.
Easter might come back now.
What? We might hear, I love you.
Nah, he's gone. His is gone. He's gone.
He's gone.
Anybody that was with one of the Vince creepy crew, that's what they call it, dog. The Vince creepy crew.
Buddy.
All them, they gone.
Oh shit, they all go.
Kevin Dunn gonna be gone soon.
Oh yeah, we counting down. We talked about that last week.
Yeah, he better be gone soon, so we'll see.
Okay. TikTok, it's look at the time.
I like that. Carry across reference on the reference show. I love it. TikTok, man, like TikTok.
Okay, that wasn't even intentional. That wasn't even the point.
Hey, that's why he was giving you some points for it, but
you know what I'm saying?
Take it.
That's
what I say. So man, oh man, Hollywood.
I was just about to say that. See,
that's man trying to give you props, and you just denied his props given to you.
I just threw you a whole sweet alley of magic.
You don't know the dunk. You think he ever shot a basketball?
He could have did an Escalade type joke, layup type joke, alley layup, Escalade style.
Yeah. He's a UConn Denali. You ever seen Jay Will shoot a basketball? No.
Nah. Hey, matter of fact, y'all, next time we're gonna let y'all know, we do a bid for the community. We had a great time. Jay Will did it up on the grill. We had what is it, Hollywood, our annual 613. Thank you to the community.
No, it's not 613. That was not a 613 event.
What was that?
That was just an event.
Hey, it was
I don't know who to put on it, but not 630, not 613.
Okay, so
thank you for trying to.
Right. But when we do our event,
that was a fun day. That was a fun day, bro.
It was good look on the grill, Jay. You did your thing on the grill. Them ribs though, Hollywood. Their moms. Shout out to Mom Deuce and the ribs, bro. Golly.
Up telling people, man, so then I don't get none. If you don't make it for me.
In fairness, you orchestrated the whole event. You made it happen, bro. You get your flowers for it, bro.
Yeah, man. It
was
for the kids.
No, I'm not talking about the flowers. I'm talking about the ribs. I'm talking about the ribs. That's what I'm talking about. You
gotta be smart, man. See, this what he gotta do, Jay Will. Before he take him to the car, he gotta take his out and then take him to the car. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get your part first, bro.
He was slacking on that one because I definitely knowing how the ribs is, I'm sneaking like 3 or 4 before they touch that car.
3 or 4. I'm about to get a whole slab made.
I know that's right, bro. Just falling off the bone, man. Just falling off the bone. It was delicious. You know, doing it for the kids, school drive. So next time, you know what I'm saying, it happens and we do it for we would definitely let y'all know. Thank you for everybody that came out, you're watching. We appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a 613 thing, but I just wanted to
bring that up. That was like We had shows since then. So what made you bring it up a month later?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about them
He's
ribs.
old.
Man.
He's old.
Like, yeah, thinking about the kids, the ribs. Like,
literally, it was a month ago.
Yeah,
he's old.
I mean, a lot of people have been talking to me about it, so it was a memorable day for people. So that's dope.
There you go.
Glad that we can provide that for people.
There you go. See, Jay Will's a hater.
Yeah, Jay will be hating.
So moving on. While I'm in this,
I'm gonna say this, Jay Will, you gotta let the hot dogs cook a little bit more next year.
All right, bro, I got you.
Them butt naked hot dogs.
So you want them burn marks on it?
Yeah, man. He had to be. He gave me them George Foreman grill hot dogs. I was like, what the hell? They were good though.
In fairness, I wasn't prepared to cook that day, but I did it. I was.
You're a great person for doing that.
Hey, no
next year, man. Let them joints roll around a little bit more. Oh snap!
Oh snap!
My bad, bro. I hit the mic. My bad.
What is wrong with you? You have to make it for your hot dog. You turn off the lights.
His fat foot hit the cord.
Yeah.
See, this is why we have problems with you.
Go ahead, man. Come on. What's the next topic?
Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, please. We're keeping all this.
Yeah. No goodness. All right. So we want to give some well wishes to Jay Will Electricity. Mark Henry's. There you go. Hey, Jay Will. Got it. All right. Welcome back.
How did you manage to do that? What happened? What were you?
Bro, I kicked.
Fat foot hit the cord.
I kicked the surge protector.
Doing that right then and there. That you was like, you know what?
I kicked the surge protector, bro.
Hold on, watch this. In honor of Jay Will, I'm doing a show like this.
Go to hell.
Come on, man.
I try. Stop making me laugh. Okay.
We don't need to be doing a lot. We proved last week we don't need to do a long.
Right. Right. All right. So, well wishes, Mark Henry.
Before we let Jose and Jay Will talk, the more they just be rambling.
Yeah, we seen that. So we're gonna get through this. Well wishes, Mark Henry.
Oh man. So bad. They're gonna have a Jay Will and Jose song next week.
Jay Will sucks. Quabo sucks.
They're gonna be the Migos.
All right, we're trying to get through this.
I'm sorry.
All right, so well wishes. Mark Henry, nerve and spinal injury. You know, that's nothing to play with. So
damn. Sorry.
Want to wish you some well wishes. Alistair Black giving updates on his injury, saying he thought he was going to have to retire.
Damn.
Yeah, but now he's back to working out and doing compound movements, which is good news. So we want to send you some well wishes too. Good job. And Chris Statlander is recovering well, posted videos of her doing her workouts. So we want to wish all you guys well wishes. All right, get a speedy recovery. All right.
I hope we don't have to make that a segment though.
Oh no, I just wanted to point that out.
No. I'm just saying, like, because I hope every week we don't have to do that. You know?
Oh right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Everybody healthy. There's a lot of people out there hurt. So Jay Will, I'm gonna hit you with this one. You wasn't here last week. We was talking about something that happened over on AEW, and we've had more sources, and hopefully you watched last week, as Hollywood pointed out, you don't watch, hopefully you watched. More unnamed sources have come out against Tony Khan, coming out talking to Steve Carrier of Ringside News, saying that AEW is in quote chaos, end quote, worse than normal, end quote. You are our resident in AEW, Dark Elevation, Dark, and whatever else is on YouTube related to AEW. You got anything to report? What are your thoughts on that, man? What do you think about this, man? We didn't get your input, everything that's going on over there. What are your thoughts?
So last week's show, Mike said it's rumors. we haven't heard a name of who has been saying what, who walked out on what the situation was. And it's true. We don't know yet. I want to know who, because goodness gracious, we just had the conversation about Cody leaving. Imagine if it was Jericho who walked out on him. You think about the magnitude. Think about the magnitude of that situation. As the resident person who works as Dark in Dark, there's a lot of questionable things that happen up there. Serena Deeb, she recently just challenged the Ring of Honor Women's Champion Mercedes Martinez. You had her in the title contention. You ended the feud very fast there. Like, you kind of built it up a little bit, and then we have Serena Deeb just fighting a bunch of new no-names. It's like, we could have done more with that. Ring of Honor, like, it just goes to show, like, he has so many talented people, but then you're not doing nothing with them. Literally, the Ring of Honor belts, like, they're not even being handled the proper way, and it's questionable. Again, then you have people like Avardi. Dang, what's his name? Avardi, he's buying people. He's literally buying. He bought the bootleg Brock Lesnar. You have him establishing this whole new not a clique. I don't want to use the word. What's the stable? And then you put them on Dark, and you have him loot like Fuego del Sol, who has a record of 0-38 in singles matches on Dark. And was it Dark or was it Elevation? I think it was Dark. You have him having a match where it looks like he's not getting the upper hand, and it's like, bro, like, what are we doing here with this? Like, some of the movements just don't make sense, and I can see why people are wanting to walk away, because shit don't make sense sometimes, bro. Like, some of the shit that's happening just does not make sense. I don't understand it.
Okay. Will, you want to speak on it?
I mean, listen. So a lot of it don't make no sense, man. About most of it don't make no sense. I mean, it's unfortunate, but again, these are rumors. I'm interested in knowing who it is. And we also know these people were former WWE talents. That's an important fact to note. Because one said he was worse than Vince ever was in the headset. That means that person works for Vince and has wore a headset.
JR?
Taz. I mean, Tony Schiavone works for Vince as well.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, who are these people saying these things? There was a wrestler that was going to walk out. Who's been there? You know what I'm saying? Kenny ain't been there, so it wasn't him.
Right.
I doubt it would have been Punk, because if it was Punk, they would have told us.
Punk would have told us.
Could have been Daniel Bryan. You know, could have been Moxley. Like, if you don't put this interim belt on me, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're the nice guy, and this is kind of, I'm not comparing myself to Tony Khan, but when you're the nice guy and you have to make decisions that others might not seem as nice, you automatically turn into the bad guy. So that's why, even though I've been hard on Tony, I have been fair when it comes to hearing criticism of him from anonymous sources. Because everyone has said he's a great guy. Everyone loves Tony Khan for the most part.
That Big Swole.
Even Big Swole, no, because see, that's the thing. And one day we're going to have a real talk about the Big Swole thing. She wasn't talking about him. He just took offense to it because he was defending the person that she actually was talking about, which was Kenny. She didn't diss him.
Right.
Nobody's really dissed him except Jim Cornette and Eric Bischoff.
Oh, Eric Bischoff do not like them.
Because those people know wrestling.
Right.
You can talk about Eric Bischoff all you want. You can say Eric Bischoff lost WCW. You're wrong because he had a boss to answer to. He wasn't Vince. He didn't own the company.
Nope.
He wasn't Tony Khan. He didn't own the company. He can only do but so much. And he was given it in a messed up position in the first place. So there's people that have been telling him stuff that Tony Khan don't listen to. So it put it this way. I'll be able to say I told you so when the reports come out of who's been saying these things. But until then, I'm gonna leave it as it's just reports, rumors. Because I've been said this was going to meet me and Marshall. Marshall called it too. Marshall was like, look, them stories are gonna start coming out. Marshall been saying it on this show. The stories about AEW gonna come out. It's not gonna be La La Land forever. And yeah, I don't think he does anything like. I don't think he's ever going to get in trouble for doing stuff like Vince, but he's going to do Vince-like stuff. If that makes any sense, like he's not going to get in trouble for what Vince just got in trouble for.
Right.
I think he's smart enough for that, and you know what I'm saying. But there's going to be times where people want to question his booking, like they question Vince's booking. The only difference is Vince gave us 40-something years before, or 30-something years before, of greatness. Tony Khan not gonna get that. Unfortunately for him, he's not gonna be afforded that luxury. But that's part of his fault because he tried to make this a war off jump. So, yeah, man.
Totally shied away from the original game plan. So, like, wow, okay. All right, so moving on. We're gonna talk about a legend. Legend came out. Those of us that are fans of our group probably see me post. And like I said, if you haven't joined the group, go and join the group in the Four Corners of Wrestling on Facebook. Goldberg said he's done apologizing to Bret Hart. We all, well, I ain't gonna say we all, we may have new fans, but majority of us that watch wrestling know the kick that put Bret Hart out, that side super kick. And he says he's done apologizing to Bret Hart. So fellas, tell me, do Bret Hart still have a reason to be mad? And should Goldberg apologize every day? Or do you agree with Goldberg not continuing to tear himself down and moving on? Start with you, Jay Will.
So when I see these sort of things, when I see these articles, well, it'd be like Bret Hart saying, he basically talking about Goldberg. Me personally, I try not to click on them. We know what happened. We know it's been so long. Goldberg has apologized. He continuously has apologized. Granted, yeah, he was young and dumb. Mistakes were made. He was hot-headed. He was dumb. I'm not sure how long you can still keep giving out apologies to people and keep getting spit in the face for after you apologize. He understands what he did. He understands the severity of what happened. There's no question about that. Goldberg has a point. I do understand where if someone asks Bret a question and then he talks about it, but I don't know if me personally, because again, I don't read the articles or I don't see any of the videos. I don't know if Bret is actually really going out there and blaming him. You ruined my life. You ruined me. I hate you. Like that sort of stuff. I don't think that that's happening, but I do.
That's what's happening.
That's completely what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, asked about it, but then that's what he goes into.
Okay, so I think that at some point, if you're asked about it, yeah, you know what, this happened, accidents happen, cool. That needs to be the situation. It don't need to be a whole smear campaign every single time, especially for someone who's genuinely has apologized, reached out to you to, try to make amends, and you just keep spitting in that man's face. At some point, yeah, you do just gotta stop. Kevin Hart said it best. At some point, you can't keep apologizing for the same situation the entire time, especially when you've been genuine about your apology.
Okay. Hollywood.
So I see it from both sides, and I agree with Jay Will about the Goldberg side, where, well, I don't like that Kevin Hart quote, because I don't like that. Not that you used it, I just don't like that he said that, because that's not true to me. I think if you're genuinely sorry about something, you're always sorry about it. You don't necessarily have to say it all the time, but you should continue to still show that compassion for whatever you're sorry for. Now, in Goldberg's situation, I understand why he wouldn't want to talk about it no more. Like, he shouldn't have to talk about it no more, but the only reason why he does is because Brett does. On Brett's side, y'all know me personally, I'm a reactor. So I totally understand why he reacts the way, like, it's hard for me or anybody to tell somebody else to get over something or to move on or to forgive somebody for something that happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
And he lost his career. So who am I to tell him he need to get over it? Do I want to hear it? No. Me personally, no. I don't want to. And I like you, Jay, well, I try to stay away from clicking it as well. But at the same time, both sides have their right to feel how they feel. Mm-hmm. And that's, as a society, that's what we should start making as the norm. Like, they just don't like each other. You know what I'm saying? And there's never going to be a situation where they do. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we might see that. Do we need to see it? No, because we haven't seen a reunion or a friendship between them two, and we've been perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So at some point, we as people, society, need to get over it, and it's none of our business for real, and just move on for certain things. Like, Brett is perfectly in right to be hating Goldberg for the rest of his life if he wants to. I wouldn't live that way, but he's in his right to do that. And Goldberg's in his right to say, yo, I've apologized a million times. You got to get... Now, me personally, I wouldn't have said what Goldberg said. I just would have left it alone, and I never would have spoken on it again. But, you know, he has the right to feel that way. This man been bashing him over and over and over and over and over for years. So, you know, but at the same time, what Brett lost, Goldberg should eat that.
Yeah.
You know, like, man lost his career. And he wasn't one of the... It's not like he was a mid-card or bottom of the bottom, you know what I'm saying, of the card type of guy. This is a main event, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Excellence of execution.
Yeah, well, this is one of the best wrestlers of all time we're talking about. And you ended his career prematurely.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
The best there is, the best there was.
Yeah, so...
The best there ever will be.
It's unfortunate to see these things, but, you know, I've kind of conditioned myself to know it's none of my business, really.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, prayers to both of them, you know.
Yeah. Whatever Brett needs, he's going. Whatever Brett feels, what he's going to feel. Whatever you know, Goldberg feels, he's going to feel it. I do think that being reactionary at some point, sometimes it is best to just give it no sort of reaction whatsoever. You see it come up. Okay, he feels that way. It's a learning process, bro. I 100% have just given up on reacting to certain people after saying some stupid stuff online. I literally have was in a legit 2-hour argument with somebody on one of them Facebook groups, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to give it to my thumb strength anymore. Yeah, he can have it.
The difference is you didn't do anything to them.
Right.
That's the thing. That's why I say that's the only reason why I think Goldberg should even just stop talking about it. And I didn't like what he said.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at some point, just give it no more reaction, and just don't react to it no more.
Yeah, because it's like, just don't even say nothing, dude. Just if they ask you that question in the interview, say, I would like next question or something. You don't want to, you don't have to talk about Brett, because the way you making it now, the comment that he made it seem now, even though he ain't saying I'm glad I did it, but it's like, dog, like, you still, out of everybody else that don't want to hear it, you should be the one person that understands why he keeps doing it. Because of what you took from him.
Right.
So,
especially the fact that you want to do this in front of your son. You should totally understand.
Yeah, so, and he can't. So, yeah, man.
Okay. Thank you, fellas. Appreciate that. I want to get your thoughts on something right quick.
Okay.
Because Colin not here. Shout out to Colin.
Good.
It came out that Vince had Bray fired simply because he didn't like him. We lost the Fiend because Vince didn't like him. What are your thoughts on that? And we already said he's coming back because we loved him. Well, some of us loved him and enjoyed him. What are your thoughts on that, Hollywood?
This should be a quick one.
Yeah.
Everybody that got fired by Vince didn't like him. Next.
Jay Will.
Like, why they try to make it a big deal that Vince didn't like him? Like, he didn't like any of them that he fired. That's why they got fired.
Pointed him out. Because they trying to say that Bray was like that the next big thing, said the next big money maker, and Vince just couldn't see it. But I guess that goes to your point, what you were saying earlier, to where you're a wrestler trying to talk to a businessman, where when you're talking to Triple H, you're a wrestler talking to a wrestler and then a businessman.
Right. So.
Kind of goes like student athlete. Remember that, kids. If you're watching, you're a student first and then you're an athlete. All right. Hollywood. And Jay Will. I guess we're gonna have to cover for Quabo until we get his replacement in. Mandy Rose calling out Zoe Stark. Made a video, put it on Twitter and Instagram, poolside, talking big smack. I mean, she was doing good heel work. You know what I'm saying? Great heel work. They had the match last. Did either one of you catch the match last night?
Nah.
No.
Mandy won though.
Yeah. I was gonna ask y'all, do you think she delivered in the match? I thought that smack she was talking.
I think she's the longest reigning, or coming up on being the longest reigning NXT Women's Champion ever.
Yeah, true. So leaving Raw, was it Raw? She was on Raw or SmackDown?
Either way, she was not in a good position on either one of them.
But she then came up going to NXT, huh? Think the same thing will happen to Apollo Crews? Think he'll have big success over in NXT since they sent him back down there from the main roster? No. So he got his right. He don't even give us the African accent no more.
I don't think that he's not going to have I don't think he's going to have a huge impact. Like Mandy did what Finn did. Finn went down there and had a great run and kind of revitalized him. Somebody else did that too. What you call it? Them Tyler. What's the name? Prince Pretty and Fandango.
Oh,
they went down there. The police, whatever they was called.
Tyler. What you call it?
Tyler Breeze.
Yeah, Tyler Breeze and Fandango.
And they did it too. There was a couple of
Breezango. They called it so.
There was a couple of people that went down there and kind of like revitalized the career. I think it's going to revitalize Apollo. I don't think he's going to be a superstar. That shit probably sells already for him. But Mandy, she did what Finn did. She went down there. She
changed her look.
She changed her look and she took it serious.
Because
I don't know I doubt that was her idea. I don't think that she got to the main roster like, yeah, put me back in NXT.
Right.
She wasn't really that big in NXT either.
Right.
She was bigger actually in the main roster than she was in the NXT. So kudos to her as well. She put in the work. It'll be interesting to see whenever she does get called up, or if she does get called up, like she might be that female Tommaso that stay there the longest, but we'll see.
Okay. Cool. Jay Will, thoughts on that?
The ability to reinvent yourself is very helpful, especially in an organization like that. Um, to Mike's point about Apollo, I have high hopes for him. I can't sit here and say that I don't have high hopes just simply because he's black. But do I see main event potential? I think he could put on some good matches for a main event. Do I see him holding a title as long as like Mandy's doing right now? Maybe not so much. Mandy's doing excellent work there, but like it speaks to her drive for it. That's what really matters. It's your drive in the company. So it's an open door for people, but like how far do they get through that door is up to them. Is always up to them at the end of the day.
Okay. Cool. All right. Next topic. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit.
Checking my resumes.
All right. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna keep on this one. New Japan Wrestling for our New Japan Wrestling fans tuning in. Wrestle Kingdom is coming up. Wrestle Kingdom 17 coming up in January. They done put out there. They want some AEW stars. Back when they had the former New Japan Wrestle Kingdom show. Excuse me. We had Mox on one. We had Jericho on another. Fellas, thoughts. Jay Will, starting with you. Who you think from AEW should go? It's already been confirmed. AEW stars are showing up. Who would you like to see at Wrestle Kingdom 17?
Didn't correct me if I'm wrong. Konosuke Takeshita, he's leaving the US, but is he going back? Is he going to New Japan, or is he going something? Or what's going on with him? Because he left, because he was with AEW, but he's been doing a lot. He was doing a lot of other promotions. If he's leaving Japan, if he's leaving the US and going there, I would look forward to seeing him there. I thoroughly have enjoyed his work, watching him on the main shows, watching him on Dark. No, he was on Elevation. I've been enjoying a lot of his matches, even on Elevation. He's over so massively, and he does amazing work. I would love to see him there. As far as who I'd like to see on from the AEW side, I would like to see I would like to see some Ring of Honor people actually getting a little bit of shine over there. Like there's not much happening over here for them, so I would like to see something happen over there for them.
Okay. Hollywood. New Japan Wrestling. New Japan Wrestle Kingdom 17. They confirmed that they will be having AEW stars join them. Who do you think they should book? Other than Mox and Jericho. They already had Mox and Jericho over there.
Whoever they can book.
Who would you like to see?
I don't really care about seeing that, for honestly. They've already did it with Forbidden Door. They kind of should have waited. Well, it's not their fault. They got the injury bug. So it kind of messes up the matches that we should have saw, that now we kind of don't even really want to see, for real. At least I don't. Kind of blown that Tama almost won the G1, but he lost. So I don't know, man. We're not going to ever get the Bullet Club Civil War, so the real one that we should have got. So it doesn't make a difference to me.
Sound so heartbroken.
Shit, AJ Styles. That's what I want to see.
He went to a whole different promotion.
Because the thing is, most of the people, see, if you weren't a New Japan fan before AEW, or you had little to no knowledge of New Japan, you don't know most of these matchups already happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, except for CM Punk and like Daniel Bryan to a certain degree, John Moxley fought everybody at this point.
Yeah.
So anybody he fight over there is going to be the second time or third time or fourth time. Who else? I don't know, man. I'm just not. Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stand by yourself, AEW. You talked all that stuff. Stand by yourself. You don't need it.
Ooh, dropping bombs on them. Dropping bombs on. Hey, before we wrap this thing up, give a shout out Wale. You know, Raw was in the area this week. You know what I'm saying? Love when they come. I'm mad I couldn't go, but next time y'all come, I'm trying to be there. I'm trying to get all of us there. So yeah, Wale was there. My man's was there. Tony Tone, shout out to you. I know Jay Will, you probably knew some cats that was out there. Hollywood, you probably knew some cats that was out there. Watching it live.
There.
Huh?
I know who wasn't there.
Who wasn't there?
Time. I got to do that once a show now.
Yeah, we ain't get that. Maybe Friday. Maybe Friday night. And to what Jay Will pointed out, what the main event was Dolph Ziggler and Theory. Who would have thought, right? For the main event. Crazy. Drew, I need some more of that fire passion because I was falling asleep. I know the people in Capital One Arena was falling asleep when he cut his promo and was happy when Kevin Owens came out. The return of the prize fighter. That's who like Kevin Owens I like. So it's like Triple H is taking the reins off and they're speaking on it. They are venting and I am loving it. Drew, keep doing what you're doing. KO, keep doing what you're doing. Veer Mahan, I don't know what guy he was going up against. I guess he was from Rockville or Bethesda or Germantown. I don't know. Oh, Lord have mercy. And then we got the Beast. Raw was sponsored by the Beast, Idris Alba. So Beast, cut the check.
Cut it.
You know what I mean?
Cut it. Cut it.
I'm just going through it right quick. I do like Hollywood. You pointed out since Triple H taking over, we're getting different angles. We're getting different looks, different shots. The intro was different. I love it. Top 10 Instagram photos. I love it. The fight with Theory and AJ going to the camera, then you're coming back and they're somewhere else. I love it. What were some of you guys' highlights before we wrap this thing up around? And in sports, they say around the league and around. So I'm gonna keep it like that too, because wrestling is a sport. People are out there putting their bodies on the line. So what are some of you guys' highlights from around the wrestling league of this week? Hollywood, start with you.
Just Kenny Omega entrance, him coming back.
Oh shit.
They really just played this thing up like he was Triple H when he came back at Madison Square Garden. People was in the crowd crying just now. So that's my favorite moment. That was pretty cool. I'm watching it muted.
Yeah, my TV was muted too. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, don't unmute it, because then we don't get if they hear it on the thing, then we can't play this.
Okay, got you. Yep, it's muted. Haha, I can't hear it.
So yeah, they went crazy. They was crying and stuff. So yeah, that's my favorite moment so far this week.
All right. Jay Will.
So as y'all know, I am charged with watching the dark shows. I will say, I believe Konosuke's Takeshita's last match was this week on on Elevation. Like I said, dude made a splash in the US. Dude, super bright future ahead of him. He might have been like my favorite match that I've seen all this week. A highlight for me is simply highlighting that there's way too many multi-man matches in AEW. There's a an 8-man tag match on Elevation, and I'm
the belt that's coming.
Huh?
It's the next belt that's coming.
Bruh, come on. It's overdue. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Private Party just entertains me. Every time I see them, they entertain me. Their matches are pretty high energy, but seeing them come out, period, just is very entertaining. I like them. Gotta admit they're like that. I please, Mike, I gotta stop watching Dark. I can watch Elevation, but Dark is, bruh, you are hurting me. It is painful.
We might give you NXT.
We might have to
It'll
shift.
be available.
We're gonna have to shift over eventually. And Mike gotta go get through these interviews and see where we're going here.
Shut up.
We got to have a fourth in the fourth corner.
Man, can you end the show, please, man?
Hey, well, I want to get my jump for Friday. So for me, for Friday, it had to be Hit Row coming back, and I think I hit Hollywood. I was like, "Yo, Swerve mad as shit right now." That's got to be the epic wolf for me. Was Hit Row coming back and Top Dollar talking his smack. Along with, as you pointed out, Jay Will, the main event with Shin and Gunther, I was definitely in for a treat with that match right there. So yes, we want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining with us. Don't forget to check our brothers, the Man Cave Sports Podcast, also on the 613 Faye Production Network. Jay Will, tell the good people where they could find you at, brother.
You can find me on Instagram at _Pharaoh_Will. And you can find me on Twitter at 4CB_JWill. Oh, is that it? Or is it JWill_4CB? Whichever, Four Corner Boys. Yeah, man. Y'all can find me on there. Look out for me. And I'm always on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, JWill. I'm in the wrestling groups. Let me on there.
My man. Hollywood, tell the good people.
Mike T304 Twitter, M Turner 304 Instagram. I am still, at the time of this recording, still in Facebook jail. So there's no point in looking me up because I can't comment to you. I got 7 more days. So when we record next week, I'll still be in Facebook jail. Yeah.
Hey, we holding you down out here, baby. We holding you down out here in these streets.
Nah, man, you're not holding me down now. I don't hear enough ruckus.
Hey, man. I got a warning one time I had came to your both of us can't be in Facebook jail. You know what I'm saying? One of us got to be good out here in these streets.
Yeah. I'm about to say, I'm in one of the groups you got kicked out of, so I got to be the mole in there.
They banned me from one of them groups just because I was his man, because they seen how hard I was supporting my dog, man.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
It's real out here in these streets, bro.
It is what it is, bro. Like, you know what? Snitches get stitches.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't know, dog. It goes down in wrestling groups. Check us out, man. Check out all the BWO be holding us down, though. What up, bros, over in the BWO? You know what I'm saying?
Get stitches, but in real life, stitches don't get stitches.
Hey, shout out.
You get locked up.
Shout out to Mel, bro. He was with us 2 weeks ago, bro. Yeah. Shout out to Mel, bro. He's always good conversation in the wrestling groups, and he's always good conversation online. Appreciate dudes like him, bro.
He don't like you.
That's dead.
He was about to be your replacement.
Well, we have a spot for him. We have a spot for him now.
Yeah. They still might have 2. Let's see how this show do.
Hey, Mike, I don't know if you mind if I say this because you already posted it up on the Instagram. Is it cool if I talk about the other podcast we bringing back?
No.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
You got to get the dates.
That's
why I haven't said anything really.
I mean, you put it on IG. All we saying is look out for them. That's all I'm saying.
Don't look.
All right, cool. You got it. Fine. You got it.
If it was cool, Jay Will, I would have said it.
Don't look out for them. Because what if something happens and they don't come back?
That is true. You can always delete that
from Hollywood.
Then I look like a fool again.
It's very true.
Like, nah, but no. Go ahead. You can say it.
I
just said
shout
it.
out.
I just did that to say I'm playing.
Look, y'all, for our fans who long time 613 Faye production people, the Facts podcast, the ladies of Facts, they're coming back, bro, and I'm really looking forward to hearing them. They have a lot of good perspectives, a lot of good places where they're coming from. It's good to hear from them. Get a side from the women. We got a side for the men on the man cave. We got the wrestling. Get a whole different side with the ladies, bro. I'm looking forward to hearing them coming back for sure.
Hey, Marshall.
Mm.
You see how he tried to do extra credit?
Mm-hmm. This is how you do it. Hi, Shantae. That's how you do it. Like you said, if you're going to go all the way, go all the way. You know?
This man ain't never promoted no other shows. He missed one show.
Oh no! When we first started,
and he said, "You know what? I'm gonna do extra credit this week."
Right. And half step that
hey,
shit.
And then hey. So man, Hollywood. end it, man.
Hey, you already know I am your host, Soul Man. You catch me on Instagram, Soul Man Simmons, on Facebook at Marshall Simmons, and on Twitter at Soulboy1521. And as we like to say here on In the Four Corners of Wrestling podcast with my bros, the Four Corner Boys, don't try this shit at home. Leave it to the professionals. And we out.
The Rated R Superstar.